It began as something I convinced myself was harmless, nothing more than an innocent escape. At least that's what I kept repeating whenever my conscience stirred. It was just a drink after work with Jason, corker who knew how to make me laugh at a time when my husband Daniel seemed buried in numbers and reports. Daniel and I had been married for 6 years. In that time, the intensity of our love softened into routines. The affection was still there, steady and dependable. But the spark that once set us alike had dimmed into something quieter, almost unnoticeable. Jason reminded me of what it felt like to be seen. He noticed the little things: when I wore a new blouse, when I changed my perfume, even the exact way I liked my coffee. His casual touches lingered longer than necessary. His playful winks happened when no one else was watching. At first, I brushed them off, pretending not to notice, until one day, I didn't. One Friday night, Daniel kissed me gently on the forehead and told me to enjoy the girls' night out I had invented as a cover. My stomach churned with guilt, but I walked out the door anyway. I told myself I deserved this, that I deserved passion, excitement, a chance to feel alive again. Deep down, I knew it wasn't entitlement. It was guilt wearing the mask of justification. Jason had gone all out. A hotel suite, candles glowing, soft jazz humming in the background, a bottle of wine waiting. It felt like a scene borrowed from some romantic movie. For a brief moment, I let myself believe in the fantasy. But at 1 a.m. when I glanced at my phone, reality clawed its way back. Daniel had messaged * still up. "Hope you're safe. Love you." My chest tightened. My heart sank. I silenced the phone, turned it face down, and chose to ignore it. The next morning, I slipped into the house just before 9 o'clock. It was silent, almost unnervingly so. Daniel's car was still in the driveway, but he wasn't there to greet me. I expected an awkward confrontation, perhaps questions I'd have to stumble through with lies. Instead, there was nothing. No words, no presence. The living room was pristine, unnaturally tidy. On the table sat a single envelope with my name written in Daniel's precise handwriting. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was only one sentence. *. You made your choice. I've made mine. *. Panic rushed through me. I ran from room to room. His closet was stripped bare, his drawers emptied, the safe gone. In the office, no laptop, no files, no wedding photos. It was as if he had erased himself from our home overnight. I called him straight to voicemail. I texted, begged, pleaded, left message after message. Nothing. Then I found the unsent draft in our shared email folder. Just a few lines, simple yet devastating. I waited for her all night. Lights off. Coffee cold. She never came. * reading it. I finally understood the depth of his pain and the magnitude of what I had done. I collapsed on the floor, sobbing until my throat burned. I thought I could have one reckless night, slip back into my life, and pretend it never happened. But Daniel knew, maybe not the details, but enough to walk away without a single word of anger. Days passed, then a week, then 2. His number disconnected, his friends refusing to speak to me. His mother, who once embraced me as a daughter, not answering my calls. It was as if I had been cut out cleanly, surgically removed from his life. Eventually, the divorce papers arrived. No demands, no alimony, no fight over property, just a clean break. That more than any confrontation tore me apart. He didn't want anything from me, not even closure. Later, I learned through mutual contacts that Daniel had moved 3 states away. He bought a small cabin, continued his work remotely, and built a quiet life for himself. No new partner, no rebound, just peace. The kind of peace I had destroyed in him. Sometimes I still sit in the kitchen holding my phone, wishing it would ring, hoping he might forgive me enough to hear my voice one last time, but it never does. The silence he left behind is deafening. I replay that message again and again in my head. I waited for her all night. Those words echo louder than any argument could. Jason is still at work, though that ended quickly. He thought what we had meant something, but he was wrong. He never truly knew me. He hadn't stood beside me during the worst seasons of my life like Daniel had. But none of that matters now. Daniel is gone, and I have no one to blame but myself. If I could go back, I would trade every fleeting thrill, every stolen spark for one more quiet night on the couch with Daniel, his hand resting gently on my knee while we laughed at some silly show. I had love, real, steady, unshakable love, and I traded it for nothing. Now, all I have left is the wreckage I created and the unbearable knowledge that I destroyed the best thing I ever